Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mod Man at YouTube with another modelling review. Today I'll be building the SD Winning Gundam from Gundam Build Fighters. I've come across in interesting circumstances, no box but this time instructions, and I've been asked to build a Maid themed Gundam for a cafe at an anime convention. I only had 2 weeks, including working on other modelling projects, preparing for the convention Gundam workshop itself, as well as usual work duties. I've decided to make it just a quick snap, few colour applications, and the Maid components scratch built. SD and snapping is not my cup of tea, but I took it as a challenge and just had a little fun with it. The model contained 6 runners, all well colour separated, all very crisp and nice. Usual snap kit variants, as well as a set of polycaps. This model is fully transformable. I had a little fun with it and becomes into some sort of aircraft core fighter thing. I kind of regret not putting it in the core fighter mode and painting it up in all military-esque like manner. Due to wanting to do as minimal painting as possible, I used the eye stickers and nothing else, and went along about assembling it. Assembly was quite fun. I liked the use and choice of polycaps, articulation and assembly. I was a bit disappointed some areas was hollow fill, the back is a tad ugly, and there is some connection issues with the head and waist. A couple of seam lines, not too noticeable. I used excess glue and wet and sanded at a high grit those areas until the seam mostly disappeared. Acceptable for this, not so much for painting. Painting was done by hand using reference pictures I found online. I used a sand yellow Tamiya acrylic and a series of greens and dark grey by Mr. Hobby. Just a fine paintbrush and just neatly as humanly possible coloured those areas in. Hand painting it, as you noticed before, the before and after snap photos really did make a big difference for this. Now a chance to really get my teeth into this project and whip up something very quickly. I cut out a very basic apron and headpiece out of paper and repetitively trimmed and drafted until I got something I liked and fitted on the model very well. The template was placed on top of some 1/2 mil or 1/4 mil, probably 1/4 mil brass sheeting, very flexible, almost like paper, traced out and cut. I did a backing of frills out of 1/2 mil styrene, cutted that out and glued it on top of each other. It fitted very nicely on the kit itself, as well as not being super neat. It's going to be painted anyway. The headpiece was made out of 1 mil brass sheet and bent over the head with magnet application. The frills was freehand cutted out using the 1/4 mil brass and just super glued across with a tiny bit of putty to hide the seam. The scratch built headpiece and apron was mounted on clips, hand painted Mr. Hobby metal etching primer, then airbrushed with Tamiya primer. Afterwards I airbrushed everything with white Mr. Hobby paint and hand painted the frills with a dark MS grey colour. The apron had a handmade Samuel Deckel's printed decal depicting the logo of the convention it's attending, and received a clear coat to seal the decal. The model was also attached to alligator clips and had several passes of clear matte from Tamiya acrylics, just to lower the sheen and make it more anime-esque. The mouth and some very important details received a pin wash. The rest of the detail I didn't worry too much, as this was to be displayed in more of a toy area than a model kit area. All in all, it was very quick, very rushed. There is a couple of noticeable mistakes. It would not passed the sniff test in a model competition. In a way of cuteness, I think it's highly appreciated that it was just a quick build for a little fun project, something I don't usually do. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was pretty much dreading it, but I'm pretty happy with this outcome. It's very cute, and I think the interesting part is that the apron and headpiece can be removed to display as a usual SD Winning Gundam. So in the end, thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, catch you guys next time for further and hopefully better reviews.